talk about the quantum computing, I hope you understand how the classical computers which we use today, how that works. It's a binary computers, right? It can be on or off, or yes or no, right? So this is how the classical computer is working right now. Even the supercomputers, when we hear about, even that works the same binary system, that is 0 1 on off, and this is how the classical computer worked. And why the need of quantum computer has come. So even before we discuss about what is quantum computer, and let's understand why the need for the quantum computers. I want you to imagine a square table, and two people. So I am taking this example from IBM. You can go and check their website as well. So now two people are sitting at a table, and they have gone to a restaurant, they are sitting. So what is the maximum combination possible? So two people sitting facing each other, and now they will shift their place, and there is only two combination. Now imagine five people, a table, two people sitting this side, two people sitting opposite to it, and one people sitting at one place, right, in the left maybe, right? So now if there's a five people, what is the combination possible? There are 120 combinations possible for five people to sit on that square rectangle table. Now just imagine you have 10 people now who needs to sit, and what are different combinations possible? Five people, 120, it may be 240. It is more than 3 million combination. 3 million. There's a possibility of 3 million, the total combination. And just imagine if only 10 people, the combination can be 3 million. And if it is a larger problem, it's a big problem. Then if there is not 10 people, 100 people, and those optimal combination needs to be find out. So the classical computers will have to check every combination possible. So it means if 10 people, more than 3 million combinations, so it is required to check all 3 million combination. So it is one by one, it is checking 3 million combination. So it will take too long to solve this problem. So far good, right? And similarly, if 10 people that combination, if a logistic company, they want to find the so they want to deliver in more than 100 cities, so they want to find out the optimum solution. Just imagine how many combinations possible. If the classical computer needs to check each and every combinations possible, how much time it can take, how long it can take. Too long, right? So now coming to any investment company, they want to look at the risk of their portfolio. So there are different combination of risk possible, right? So if the classical computers need to find out the balance risk, what is the risk I can take, and they want to balance that risk, and the classical computers have to solve that problem. Now try to imagining that classical computer is taking too long, because every combination classical computers have to analyze, and they say that okay, this is the best combination, right? And now if any pharmaceutical company, they want to simulate molecules to better understand the drug interactions. So this is very good example by idea of quantum mechanics. So if you try to understand, you must have heard supercomputers, and it means their power had increased from our olden days computers. So historically, the power of our classical computers have doubled every 2 years. However, recently that has slowed down, and it is not possible mathematically that we keep achieving that computing power, doubling power in 2 years. It is not possible. So mathematically it is. So we have reached at a stage where we have to look up to some other mechanism that we can think of, that which give you more power. It can, mathematically it is not possible. So that's why it is important that we need something else, and that here the role of quantum computer comes, and the role of quantum mechanics, quantum physics, that comes in the picture. So while we understand now that quantum computer, it is important that we understand the behavior of quantum mechanical behavior. So that is very, very important. I am going to explain you only two important behavior of quantum mechanical. So one is superposition and another is entanglement. Superposition. Now let me give you very simple example. Now when you flip a coin, when it comes to a surface, what happens? Either it gives you head or tail, right? Flip a coin, comes to the base, it gives you head or tail. It doesn't give you anything else. So it is binary. So what we have been talking about, the classical computer, 0 1, true false, and in this case again the same behavior, that's true or false. Now imagine, while you have flipped the coin, it is in the air, so you don't know right now whether it is heads or tails. It is both heads and tail until it touches the surface. So it means while it is in the air, it is simultaneously both heads and tails. So this is superposition. So the one of the mechanics of quantum is that it can keep themselves in superposition. Next behavior is entanglement. So it is very difficult to visualize, or even difficult to intuitively understand how this entanglement works. So as a quantum property, it is taking objects and connecting them permanently, entangling them together. So what it takes the object, connect them permanently together. I am using a new word, that is qubit. So we have in classical computers, we have bit. In case of quantum computing, we have qubit. So we know that it can take superposition, entanglement, that objects connects together and is permanently together always, right? So now as much as we add more and more qubit, it gets more power. Refrain from saying this classical computer, so quantum computers are better than the classical computer. No, today it is not that all the problems that quantum computer will solve will be faster than the classical computer. So quantum computer is not going to replace classical computer, at least at this point in time while we are talking in 2021. So how many years? We just have been talking last couple of decades, which have been so. So there are many companies talking about quantum computing. So, and while we are talking about classical computer, it's more than not more than 100 years, maybe 90 to 100 years. Classical computers has developed. So it may take several years before we come to the conclusion that which is better. Right now, we should certainly refrain from saying that which is better. Quantum computer will do their own job, and classical computers are doing our job. There are lots of job in our real life. Commercially, I don't think there is any quantum computer which is in commercially utilized, and any company which is making money out of this quantum computing. I don't know, but we'll have to look into more detail and try to find out. Currently, not many. I don't think any commercial application available right now in the quantum computing. So you go to IBM, you'll find that you can create quantum software on them, that Qiskit, that is called Qiskit, and Python is used for that purpose. You can go to their site, you can explore, you can create quantum circuit and quantum algorithms, and you can work on that. And if you want to learn, yes, they have very detailed program how these tools to be utilized, and about the Qiskit, and they have given a detailed tutorial regarding that. So while we talk about different companies who are utilizing quantum computers, they are big names. So many companies, no, not to say that these big names or big tycoons are utilizing this quantum. IBM, Google, Microsoft, these are the names who are certainly working to make quantum computing commercially viable, no doubt in that. But there are many use cases right now, but it will take few more years before we have commercially viable projects in the market where even big companies will start making money out of this quantum computing. Okay, thank you so much.